gonna be starting here soon. I'm just changing some batteries really quick. Welcome on in, everybody. Josiah, Strawman, Honeybun, Tutti Sweet. Welcome on in, everybody. Yes, it's Stram time. It's Stram time. Okay. And these lights are a lot brighter now. I changed the batteries. Alrighty. Let's start this thing. Alrighty, welcome on back, everybody. Welcome on back. Yes, I'm using the webcam today. I'm not doing the PNG tuber today. I felt like I should, you know, prepare myself visually. So, but welcome on back, everybody. Welcome back to Little Euphie's Creative Corner. My name is Little Euphie, and this is my creative corner. So, welcome back. Yes, the face is back. The face is back. I also did some cleaning up around my studio too, so I was like trying to declutter it a little bit. So, yes, we're doing early art. I'm going to be working on the profile picture or the portrait, whatever we're going to use it for. I don't really know. I'm going to work on the portrait of Vivian for a little bit. And then depending on how far I get into this one, I might work on another profile picture that I actually need to make in order to, because this one's just kind of like for funsies. But this one, the other profile picture that I need to make is for a social media account for a mascot. So, yes, Stram time. Alrighty, let's go on in. This is the artwork that I'm going to be continuing today. So I hope that you guys will enjoy. If you have some creative project to work on alongside with me, feel free to work on that. If you're reading a book, if you're just listening to the music, more power to you. Okay. Let's throw on some artist gloves and see how long they last until I have to switch to the to the cloth, because it's like that sometimes. But yeah, I was changing the batteries on these lights over here. I have a whole bunch of lights all over my my mic stand. So I got my cute little Kuromi keychain thing here, and then the SRP button. I have to have much decorations. Got a full tumbler of water. I'm still trying to organize my stuff. Oh, and also for later, I went to the store today and I was like, goldfish. Let's see. Let me move this up just slightly. I had to make some adjustments to my mic from last night's show. There we go. Welcome on back, Spank. Who is hacking my phone? Is someone actually hacking your phone? Snack this, smiles back, goldfish. You know, that font makes everything a little more either more menacing or more like eloquent. Okay, let's go. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fix the stripe over here, because when I opened this up again, I was like, that is wrong. I don't know what's wrong about this, but this is very much wrong. And then wait. Oh, huh. Okay. It's like, I think I actually need to erase here. These are some lighter gray lines. Hello, J Does Art. It has been a little while, but I'm glad that you're back. Welcome on back. I was trying to dial out people on Facebook and bring it the bar of what in the world? That's when the smartphones become a little too smart. Just trying to move this lighter gray stripe down. One, two. I hope everyone's been having a good Saturday. Mine's been pretty good. I went, like I said earlier, I went to the store, got some more sugar, and then I made banana bread. So it's been a while. Not too long, but long enough. I was like, it is time. It is time to make banana bread again. So I made half of it with walnuts and half of it with chocolate chips. Because I like it with chocolate chips, and Wolf likes it with walnuts. So I'm trying to have the best of both worlds in that way. Yes, Bruce, everybody chop that like button. Especially if you like the artwork, if you like the creative process in general, the music, the crackling fireplace. I don't know. The cat. On my device, they would be when I was smaller on my devices, were all broken, so it glitched a lot. I clicked on things I didn't click on. Oh my gosh, getting around it aggressively. So I have, so this is my phone here, and you guys can see the reflection of my Streamlabs in the chat there. But I have a crack in my phone here. The very first day that I got it, I dropped it in gravel, and it cracked the side of it, and I was like, if this is not foreshadowing of what's to come, I don't know what is. But because of that, the screen is like slightly greenish when the brightness is turned all the way down. So, and then when it's charging too, and I have it on the charger, that green glow will emit from it until it's fully charged. Yeah, I'm just like, I guess I have a natural nightlight. So you gotta make it what you can. So, oh, box brownies, nice. I have a box of the Ghirardelli double chocolate brownies. Oh, they're so good. You don't understand. Oh my goodness. Seduce and leftover FBI agents from last. They're after you. They're trying to enact some some revenge before they're out. Turned into cube till I froze it, and now they're truffles. Oh yes, I remember you mentioning that yesterday, and I'm just like, truffles, chocolate truffles. Whenever I had you know those box of C's chocolates, the C's candies, and like, oh my gosh, the milk chocolate truffle ones. Oh. I'm gonna end up like scouring the planet for the nearest C's. Yes, brownies are so good. gonna end up getting, well, actually no. There will not be a craving for chocolate today because I had chocolate earlier. Oh my gosh, I've never been brave enough to try to make my own of that, because I know that I'll end up overdoing it and putting way too much in there, and probably regretting it later. Be like, oh my gosh, I can't function, man. Okay, so I'm just cleaning up these stripes that are over here. Little nitty-gritty details. And then it needs to be a darker gray in here for the lip. Now this shirt is based off of a shirt that I actually owned a long time ago. Oh, Lotbarian Savage, welcome on back. And Sasha Lamora, good to see you. Great Lake State Destroyer. Oh my gosh, a raid. I was wondering, I was like, Garbo, what is everyone is coming in here? What is happening? Welcome on in, everybody. I'm just continuing the artwork that I was working on last night. And I was using my PNG tuber. Hello, Justin Hayes. Good to see you. Welcome on in, everybody. Glad to see you all. But yeah, so I used to have a shirt that was just like this one a long time ago, and I wore it so many times that I ended up ripping a hole in the collar part right over here. There was a big old hole right there. But I had that shirt since I think middle school. Hello, Love Pugs, good to see you, and Interesting Things. Yes, a Wolf raid. Thank you very much, Wolf, for the raid. So yeah, once I get the collar color done, then I'll start coloring all of these lines. It'll look a lot softer, and then I'll start putting shadows and highlights into it. Oh my gosh, here. Let's get some more stars going in here. There's a lot more people here. It's so crowded on the floor. You can always press exclamation point to jump, or you can let off some bombs if you have points for bombs, and then you'll get more gold for for letting off more bombs. There's also extension. Is that how you spell it? Here we go. Hello, Railroad. Good to see you. Extension. Am I spelling that right? Command. Okay. Hello, Disgruntled Grunt. Just the other tab and it started some random stream in the background. Oh my gosh. Did all the stars get got? Let's throw some more in there. So you can also check out the link that was just posted, the Stream Avatars extension. Yes, the chat is blowing up. And it's a little bit of a faster command system than using the chat, so. Awesome. Okay. This is last time for a little bit. I got some more stars going around there. Oh my gosh, this is a big burrito. That is a big chungus burrito. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna finish this collar really quick, and then I'm gonna try my best to devour that thing. 'Cause it is huge. I thought it was just gonna be like a little one. That is huge. And thankfully this doesn't take too long. Okay. Okay, I think I spoke a little too soon there. But yeah, so this is my, well, one of my characters. And her name is Vivian. And so eventually in the future, I'm gonna have a VTuber model of her. And I want to use that for when I'm doing gaming stuff. So, why did it full of guacamole? Oh my gosh. That implies so many things that have interesting questions attached to them. I'm like, do they also come with carne asada? Because that's what that has in it. Nice carne asada burrito. Okay. I'm gonna save that real quick. I just put these on, but it's all good. What happened? You don't ask questions. You just accept the answer. No, love pugs. All of your coins are gone. Thankfully, they accumulate pretty quick if you're active in chat, so. I hear the blender going. I don't know what's happening. I think you can also give points too. Like if I were to do give at pugs. Okay, there we go. So the give points function works. Okay, I'm gonna eat this thing as much as I can. And this ain't no mukbang channel, okay? So I ain't gonna do this in front of the camera. Also, it's a really big burrito, so. What? Oh, that's why the blender was going. Spills it all over my tablet. There we go. Okay, give me a sec to devour this thing. Oh my gosh. Mmm. Oh my gosh, this is heavenly. Thank you to all who donated for the Mexican food tonight. Don't hug me! Oh my goodness, I actually need to let that cool down. Okay, I gotta let that cool down. It's about to burn my mouth. Hello, Mars Media, welcome on back. I hope that you got the situation with the malware stuff figured out. I'm eating a carne asada burrito. And then this is a very tasty I think it's Midori and like a sweet and sour kind of a mix to it. Wolf made it, so I was like, okay, I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna drink it. I was thinking he wants to charge me $5K to clean my sites. Oh, good grief, no. You're like, bye girl, Yeah, I would have other plans too. I was like, no. Especially when it's on their end, if I'm understanding that correctly. If it's on their end, it's just like, listen, that ain't my fault. That's not my responsibility to be doing. So. Yes, Yosai, and it didn't say that you need to have like an active target or something. And I'm just like, but it works though. So yeah, for sure they can pound sand. They can figure that out on their own end. So, but yeah. Okay, let's color the lines for this really quick. I'm gonna opacity lock all of those. You commie scum. Now I am gonna add some different flesh tone colors to her cheeks. I just wanted to color these lines really quick. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for your donations, Lavarian Savage, and everybody else that had donated as well. I am eating a carne asada burrito, but I'm waiting for it to cool down because it was starting to burn my hands holding it. So I guess I'll be munching on that periodically throughout the stream. That's nuts. Yeah, that's gonna be like over $10,000. Like, it's just, yeah. I don't blame you for wanting to go to someplace else or, you know, having different plans. That's just insane. Oh wow, what a discount. We won't screw you over just as hard, but you know, still pay us thousands of dollars. Makes sense. Hello, pesky citizen Chris. Welcome on in. But yeah, that is absolutely crazy. Oh, good. Okay. Good to know you've got a recovery crew. I died for a minute, so I missed some things before I did. I was trying to say I almost cracked all my knuckles on my left hand. Oh my goodness. I bet you that felt a lot better afterwards. Who's grabbing nuts? Ain't me. Yeah, she's got little fangs. It's weird because like sometimes I'll draw her with fangs and sometimes I don't. So well, hey, that's better than, you know, over 10,000. That's much better than that. You know, and then you know the person, it's an internal source, so. Sounded like a chip bag. Oh, I bet. Okay, let's see. Let's go into the... Is this it? Yeah, it's this one. There's a lot of foam. No, what chips? What kind of chips? Like Frito chips, Lay chips, Ruffle chips, Doritos, spicy sweet chili Doritos. Oh my goodness. See, if I didn't have Crohn's disease and if I wasn't so like sensitive to spicy stuff, that would sound really, really good. See, let's jump over to the hairline. As soon as I start putting in line colors, things start to soften up. I'm gonna use my airbrush on this part. Soften that up. And grab that color, go over here. Chromes, Google Chromes. Stop eating the brownie mix. Oh my gosh, Jay. You know how on the box it says like don't eat raw brownie batter? I don't listen to it. I don't listen to it either. Like I'll make the brownies, but you know when you have like the leftover mixing bowl and the spatula, I'm just like it's a must. It's like clacking the tongs together. You have to do it. Yes, we do talk about many snacks over here, Duty Sweet. Snacks and baked goods. Baked goods. A nose from art classes 30 years ago. Yes. It's very stylized. My goodness, you know, I talk about like proportions on a face. You should see some like anime styles, some manga styles. And the nose is just like a little dot. I'm like, I think they have nostrils somewhere. So, just try 3 party-sized bags of spicy sweet chili Doritos. Oh my gosh. Just like park yourself on the couch. Just go to town. Okay. Let's go over here to this one.
Shout out to all my real brothers who suck toes, get athletes, put on their gums, and also give gingivitis and bitches toenails. Y'all some real ones.
Thank you very much, Lavarian Savage, for the $20 donation. Hold on, I have to mentally recover from that. Yes, honey bun, that emote there represents my soul right now. I'm just kind of like deceased. Oh my gosh, thank you very much, Laverian Savage, once again. It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. My toe brothers. My brothers and sisters of the toe. Good lord. Oh my gosh. Say I'll get 3 bags and just consume it. Oh my goodness. Just like start marathoning a movie series. I want these to be above. This is what happens when I don't label my stuff. There we go. I want that to be above the hairline. Then over here, I want a little bit of a darker silver right there. And there's a little bit of pixel dust. Grab that one. Why is that? Okay. A pixie dust. So I used to call it like the crispy pixels, these little pixels that you see right here that I need to get rid of on the side. But when I started to learn how to make VTuber artwork, I saw that like there's a whole bunch of different guides on how to do this. But I saw them referring to, you know, again, like these stray pixels as dust or dirt, like pixel dirt. And so if that's what is translated better to the clients, then that's, you know, and to the people watching, then that's what I'll call it. I used to call it the crispy pixels. But I think that like pixel dust or like pixel dirt is maybe a better descriptor of it. It's just straight pixels, really, is what it is. But it does sound a little bit like pixie dust. I got a jar of dirt and guess what's inside it? Oh my goodness. When I was younger, I used, because, you know, the whole like XD random era of people, I used to use that GIF a lot. Pixie doesn't fix our mom's grief. I'm just gonna say this now. Those people that work at Pixar, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They can try to deny it all they want, but they know. Who's very overweight eating entire large Baskin Robbins ice cream thing. Oh my goodness! That is the phrase everything in moderation. Like that's like example A right there. A person who does not understand everything in moderation. Yeah, the consequences are inevitable. Good grief. That flavor. Oh my goodness. Well, evidently he really liked it. Boss move. It was a power play. It's a power move. He's trying to display his dominance by eating the most amount of ice cream. Trying to intimidate people. Are you not entertained? You know what I am envisioning is that that meme where I think it's Bane that's like holding his arms out and like he's gonna go and fight somebody. You put like an entire you put an entire like Baskin Robbins ice cream container in front of him, completely devoured. Just menacing. You dare challenge me? Well, watch this. Oh my gosh, I bet me $20 I can eat this. I was like, no. He does it anyway and still demands the $20. Hello, Candyman. Welcome on in. I was born in the dark, molded by it. I was born in the ice cream. Oh my goodness. Three gallons. Oh my goodness. Now it's just reminding me of the videos that Filthy Frank and Max Mofo and I think iDubbbz was in it too, and Anything for Views, where they were making the vomit cake. Ew, my gosh, it just reminds me of that. No, I dare not think about that too much. Those are different times, man. Yep. I have Kit Kat ice cream bars in the freezer. Oh, nice. Ice cream bars made out of Kit Kats. They're goblin flavored. You're a cruel man, Jack Sparrow. In America, you eat ice cream. In Mother Russia, ice cream eats you. consumed by the ice cream. Right here, and a little bit. I just want to soften this a little bit. No, Goblin! So get it made fresh from snow and Pripyat. Just don't eat the yellow kind, or the brown, or the red. Suspicious ice cream. Or the glowing green. Yeah. You must be very cautious when harvesting wild ice cream. It's like when you're foraging for mushrooms. Know your ice cream. Right? That's what I was getting at with the green and glowing kind of ice cream, Tutti Sweet. It's the irradiated one. Oh my gosh. Sad thing is I can envision some fellow Gen Z of mine going out there and daring to eat it, and then wondering, oh, why do I have radiation poisoning inside of my body? I wonder why. Because you ate the irradiated ice cream. The forbidden ice cream. Elephant foot ice cream sandwich. Oh my goodness. Huge. Huge. Okay. Here, just a little break in the color because of this. Okay, let's add some flesh tones to her face. The Tide Pods will counteract the radiation. Oh. Yes, that is the cure. I'm saying sarcastically. I have to emphasize that for people. Go for it, honey bun. I don't approve this message. Yeah, she actually does have a little bit of lip color. I just haven't gotten there yet. You know, whenever I see like the birth year for when Gen Z starts and when it ends, I look at that 1997. I'm just all like, I don't want to be the eldest of the Gen Z. I don't want this. I feel like I'm in the middle of Gen Z and millennial, just because like when I got my first cell phone, it was a track phone, and I think I was in like middle school. I think so. But yeah, like I didn't grow up with an iPad. I didn't, you know, like the computers, you know, we only were really on those computers when, let's see, I might have been 5th grade, very end of elementary school, but you know, again, like that was really early internet, so. Lots of ninjas, Euphie. Oh my gosh. I belong with the boomers. You know, there is something really nice about the music that came from the older generations. It's a lot different than the music these days. I think there's more soul to it. So, okay, let's see. She needs, I think it's this color that I usually give her. I remember my son was born 1997. Oh, so we are the same age then. Me and your son. 28 years ago. Era of big brick cell phones and little brick cell phones. You know, and I've seen pictures of those. The dinosaur phones. I've seen pictures of when they were like inside of the cars. More soul, less drug use. Yeah. And more of like a connection to the instrument being used too. I can assume, you know, I have my ukuleles here when I'm, you know, trying to learn a song or write a new song. There's just more of like a deeper connection to the, that's a little bit too dark of a color. There's just more of a connection to the way that the music is made, if that makes sense at all. Okay, this needs to be faded out just a little bit more. And I decrease this by 50. Grab that color and use it for the bottom. Ah, your youngest, gotcha. Does anyone here remember the Motorola StarTAC? I do not. I do not remember it. Nope. Does she remember it? I think she is in here. Songs about unity, togetherness, love, standing up against discrimination, racism, against dancing, and have funky good time. Yes, very much the funky good times. There'll be times that I'm outside in the garden and I'll put on some like the oldies, the goldies. They make for really good gardening songs, so. StarTAC mid-90s. Well, that would explain why I don't remember it, because I was just I wasn't even conceived at that point. I was but a wee egg. go. I think that, I don't know, kind of matches her face a little bit better. Do do. There's some on the top of the forehead, on the edge of the ears, a little bit on the collarbones. It makes the epidermis thicker. 65, it's not called. Papa's got a brand new bag. Oh, nice. Is it very catchy? Got some swing to it. Let's see. Let's also put in, let's grab this, actually the lighter color first. There. I'm gonna put over there. Clean up the sides. So right now I'm just putting some gradients into the irises. So when I go to shade it, it looks a little softer. So alrighty, interesting things. Have a good rest of your night. And I hope you do well with your work in the morning. Much love to you as well. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Excuse me, it's got funk. Excuse me. I have besmirched the genre. No, Tim, I will not be trying that. Matt, welcome on in. Stop the bass. It was you money. Song Eve of Destruction was a good 60s song. I don't think I've heard that one, but there's a lot of music from that era that I have not heard. Yes, no Bob's or Vagine either. No Bob's or Vagine. As soon as I throw this gradient in here, it makes it just a little smoother, a little softer. A lot of doo-wop. And I imagine that has like an effect on the mood too. It's music people should really hear today. I think that there's a lot of really unique melodies out there that people haven't heard before. Like, I brought up this song, I think it was either yesterday or last weekend, but Wham Bam Shang-a-Lang, oh my gosh. I love the melody from that song. It's very catchy. A man's world. Oh my goodness, that sounds like it's a fun song. The WAP MP3. I think I know which one you're talking about. Let's see, where was I going? Wait, there's a little bit of line color I need to fix right here because she's got a lip color. Let's see. think I can go over to doing some shading. Okay, so I'm gonna take both of these folders here. Yeah, you guys can see above my head. Put that into its own folder. Take these two, multiply. One of these is gonna be at 50 and the other one is gonna be at 25. The opacity percentages. Oh my goodness. The SpongeBob brain rot is real. More white paint. Yes, more white paint. Especially if you're doing the Bob Ross style. Where you paint the whole entire canvas white, put some color on it, gradient that thing out. Thank you, Candyman. It's a work in progress. It's coming along. Let's see. Go with a reddish pink color for the shade. Or maybe a little warmer than that, actually. So use this color, but because it's on a multiply layer, it interacts with the layers underneath it and the colors underneath it, so it creates like a shadow. And this one is just a little bit stronger as opposed to that one. So that's how I do my thing. I think that the current SpongeBob, especially with like the way that they have changed the style and the rapid fire kind of comedy in it, I would consider that, like, yeah, it becomes a bit brain rotty. So older style SpongeBob, not so much. Well, they changed the style of it to, like, it's a lot more saturated, and the style of the characters is more curved. It's smoother. And it just, I don't know. When I was younger and I was watching, you know, SpongeBob on Nickelodeon, it looked different. It really looked different back then, so. Painting a Bill Cipher head. Ooh, cool. Well, good luck. Let's see. Well, I'm trying to catch up with chat. There were some jokes that I didn't get until I was older, Latvarian, that, like, when I was a kid, they just went, like, right over my head, you know. And the things that were funny back then aren't funny anymore, but, like, there's more, like, like, hidden adult jokes in there and innuendos. I was like, this is pushing it a little bit. But then again, like, the things that I remember from that show, you know, watching it as a kid, were the very grotesque, very detailed scenes. And I have to wonder why they would put that in a kid's show. And I'm just like, why do we have to see, like, this infected splinter in SpongeBob's finger or his thumb? Like, why do we need to see this? Or like Squidward's toenail getting ripped off when there's a table leg dropped on it. It's like, why? Because my brain remembers that. Although I'm Gen Z, but I have a soul of a boomer. Oh my goodness. Old soul in the chat. Oh my gosh, both. So, I made the terrible mistake of, because I didn't know what it was when I was younger, I made the terrible mistake of Googling what their, the Ren and Stimpy, the adult party one. My eyes needed cleansing. I needed a cleansing. Because my goodness. I think the creator of that was kind of strange too. Like that whole stylization of cartoons from that dude was just whack. I was like, how in the world did this get greenlit? This is off the freaking chain. Or Rocko's Modern Life. Yeah, I've heard that one, because that wasn't like one of the cartoons that I was primarily watching when I was a kid. But I did hear that there was a lot of adult humor in Rocko's Modern Life. But, you know, I guess you gotta keep the adults entertained while they're watching it with their kids, so. In a way, I guess if you could do it cleverly, and it's not, you know, like in your face so much, I can understand it. I did say that they were, didn't they do like a remake of Dora as well, Spank? I don't think those are ever promising, because I'm just like, make new stuff. Just make new stuff, okay? Otherwise, why not just watch the original version? Oh my gosh, Surge Soda Let Period. I remember when that came back very, very briefly, and everybody lost their minds. All right, have a wonderful rest of the night, love pugs. Thanks for hanging out. Have good dreams. Have a good tomorrow. Because of... Whoa. Well, even these days, there's like, you know, in PG-13 movies, you can have like one F word. Anything more than one, and it's gonna end up being like an R-rated movie. And then I think it's like, you can have like, if you breach like 400 F words, then it's like NC-17 or something. I'd say he did a good job, Yesiah. I think my burrito is cooled down enough now. I'll save that really quick. I'm gonna eat a little bit more of my burrito, drink some more of my drink. And then when I come back, I'm gonna be adding some of these more direct shadows. Like this one. This is just an example because I'm not gonna keep this. But just the darker shadows, more defined. Boots the monkey looks so depressed and Dora all grown up. Oh my gosh. I bet. It's just like, why won't you just set me free, Dora? Why won't you just let me die? She's carrying around his like animated corpse. Trying to like throw him across the river to get to the next area of the map. The black sheep mom told her, why can't you be more like Diego? Oh my gosh. Why can't you be in front of more dangerous animals like Diego? They definitely lived through a much different world than what we live in now, Isaiah. And I would agree, honey bun. Let's see. I think that was the generation that I was serving when I worked as a server at the retirement village. But again, that emphasizes that, like, yeah, they do have cool stories. I remember there was like 3 residents that I really got along with well. And like I had figured out what their regular items were that they wanted to order, and I would already have them made up. Like if they wanted some like iced tea and a lemon, or you know, like they wanted like a house salad with some like Italian dressing, I would already have it made up. When I saw them enter into the restaurant, I'd be like, oh, it's sad I can't remember their names, but I'll say like, you know, like Edna, right? Or like Meredith. But like I would already have their drinks ready, and their appetizer ready as well. So, you know, they would get to the table, I already have it there for them. So, because that's just what happens when, you know, you get to know people, you get to know what they like and what they don't like, you know, and hearing about their family, and then they have grandkids, and sometimes the family will visit. So it was really wholesome. It was good times. And then COVID happened. Yeah. And then that happened. And it wasn't really fun anymore. Okay. I'm going to eat the rest, or not the rest, because this is a huge burrito, but some more of the burrito. I just washed out my palette in the bathroom, and now it looks like hell's bathroom before Sophie cleans. Oh my gosh. Well, you know, we got to have messy people in order to have clean people to clean up the mess. So just make sure it doesn't stain anything, because I had that same fear. I was just like, because I did the same thing when I was, the last time that I was doing my acrylic paintings, and I was all like, oh crap, I gotta like clean this out. Some hot water and soap on it. Between Gen X and Millennial. Oh, good spank. Good. I think that's a good age range. Seasoned. I think my parents are part of Gen X. That sounds about right. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna devour some more of this burrito. So give me a second.
If you were born after 9/11, then I would consider you a true millennial. I remember how the world was before the towers were blown up and collapsed on their own footprint. We as a society have been going down the shitter ever since.
I would agree. I would agree. The way that we view the world is very different after that event. I think I was 4. No. Was I 4? 97, 98, 99, 2000. No, I was 4. Yeah. Yeah. It happened very early in the morning for me because I used to live in California. I've always lived on the West Coast. But that was definitely a turning point. Yeah. The world was very different back then before that happened. I had to tell my brain, like, because my brain was just like, consume this burrito. I had to tell myself to slow down. To heat this frozen house fried Chinese rice, I think I'm gonna throw in a can of hot chili with beans in. Ooh, nice. Yeah, hopefully that solves it for a while. 2 bacon double cheeseburgers. Oh my gosh. You know what I usually get at Wawa? What's Wawa? Like Whataburger or Whackdonald's? There's whenever I'm over at the microplastic RS McDonald's, if there's the number 7 that's like 2 cheeseburgers, I'll get that one because I have a smaller stomach, and the 1 cheeseburger and the fries and the drink, perfect. And then I have the second one later on. So where in Cali? I used to live in Camarillo, so it was like an hour or so away from LA. So putting in perspective. How you don't have any idea how. I mean, it was an awful thing that happened. So like if they're trying to use it as a flex, I'd be like, this is not a flex. Do you like Otto? I don't know. What is Otto? I don't know what Otto is. Ah, cool. Riverside. I can't say I've ever been. I don't think I've ever been over there. Yes, very true, Saya. Yep. I was telling Wolf about I think it's either like a series, an anime series, or it's a movie. I think it might be a movie. That's called In This Corner of the World. Really beautiful. It made me cry. But really sad too. But it takes place in Hiroshima, Japan, between the years of 1944 and 1945. So, yeah. Pretty dark. Ah, gotcha. J-pop singer. Well, I'm terrible with names, so that's probably why I don't recognize it. I don't know why, honey bun. I'm just over here trying to do my artwork, so. But I think I missed a donation. Thank you very much, Very Savage, for the other $5 donation that I missed while I was eating my burrito, I think. I think that's what was going on. I can't remember. But I don't think it's right for us to be having like a like a pseudo pissing contest over which traumatic events we've lived through. It's all traumatic. Like none of this is a flex. Right, I agree, honey bun. Okay, let's put some shadows into this artwork. Shall we? Shadowy. Oh my goodness, Hurricane Hugo, good grief. And I think that, you know, just experiencing like high winds and like dime-sized hail is ridiculous in of itself, but I can't imagine a freaking hurricane. Good grief. Me too, honey bun. I'm glad that you're all alive. I'm glad we're all here. Ventura was fun in the 80s. What was going on in the 80s in Ventura? All of this back here is gonna get shaded. Twister in 3D at theater with Mama and had tornado dreams for about 20 years. Oh my goodness, well that definitely had an impact on you, huh? Through the window smashed. Oh my goodness! Good grief. What a thing to have experienced. Especially at like at a young age too. Core memory! Maybe it was like something so like out of the ordinary. Yeah, right? Like it was scary but also cool at the same time. I'm glad that you survived from that. I remember there was when I lived in Camarillo, I was a little kid. And there was like this really big earthquake that happened. And my mom, she ran into the bedroom. I think that, I can't remember if my brother was born at the time. She ran into the room and she like grabbed me. And she was like, "Did you feel that?" And I was like, "Feel what? I don't feel anything." So, but I remember that, you know. It's again one of those core memories. Oh, speaking of core memories, and good timing of it too, I stumbled across this post on Twitter that was talking about this old computer game called Myst. M-Y-S-T. And I hadn't played it, but my mom had played it, and she was obsessed with the game. And so I remember certain scenes from it because I would watch her play this game. And so I did some research on it. And it turns out that it has been remastered like 3 or 4 times. And in 2021, it was made into a VR version of it. And it just so happened that my dad was talking to my brothers about Myst today. I was all like, "Oh, check this out, man." So Yeah. So it just so happens that my 2 younger brothers, they both have VR headsets. So I was texting them. I texted my mom about, oh, they'll like, move over, brothers. Mom's gonna borrow your VR for a second. Oh my gosh. But yeah, this is one of those games that's like, there's not a lot of people involved, you know, with the, I don't know if there's a bunch of people involved with the remake of it. But the original version of it, it was only made by like 2 people, which is crazy to me. I mean, like, it really shouldn't be, because, you know, if you have like that much like motivation and willpower and inspiration, like, that's, you know, you're gonna do what you gotta do, you know. It's such a cool game. I saw some of the playthrough of the VR version of it, and I remember some of the original like landscapes of it. So yeah, core memories. I think that was the game that my mom was obsessed with before she got her hands on Farmville. And that was a whole nother beast. So I agree, Spank. No matter age, it's affected people in the same way. I agree. Yep. There's a lot of universal truths that we end up finding out as we get older. So when you're young, you tend to think that, you know, you're the only person dealing with these things, and then you get older and you realize, no, there's a lot of like commonalities that you have with people. I'm sorry, pesky citizen. My nostalgia baiting. Yeah, I think that like a lot of younger people are gonna remember the COVID days differently than older people too. But, you know, we all went through it, so it's, you know, it's that commonality again. Yes, there's many psyops on the internet, and thankfully, I like to think that the recognition of it being certain things being psyops is getting better. All of the chicks that are wearing like military gear, but they're not wearing proper military gear or holding their firearm properly at all. I'm just all like, psyop. That's a psyop. Indeed, it has changed many. The entire internet, even me, even Wolf, all of it is a psyop. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. The tutorial video on how to make a VTuber model is a psyop. There have been a lot of... Yes. I think that very much is like a... I don't know. It's this disconnection from socializing with people face to face, picking up on body language, and, you know, having that, like, you know, face to face pushback on, like, no, that's kind of crazy. You need to chill out for a second. I think online you have a little bit less of that. That might be impacting it. I don't know. Big brain things to think about. I'm in art brain right now. I'm just all like, brr. Long bullying now enters the home. Yeah. The online bullying it takes different forms and people handle it differently. Some people go absolutely nuts. What? Yes, never question the media. Just accept what is being given to you. Terrible. Terrible. This would be a good time to show you guys what shirt I'm wearing. My mic is blocking it. This shirt, okay, it says, what does it say? Silentium Victorium Accelerat. Excuse me. I should say that into the mic. It means silence speeds victory. With a toppled over looking Illuminati eye. Back when I was still watching Timcast, I was all like, I like that shirt. That's a nice shirt. And then I started paying attention to what was being said on there a little bit more, and I was all like, I'm gonna go somewhere else. I want live stuff. I don't want to be told what to think about this. I want live stuff. So so a good time for me to show you guys that shirt. So I was like, I'm either wearing that one or I'm wearing the conspiracy theory one. I'm working that before this. Yes, yes. And the awareness too. The awareness of the weirdness going on. Aware of the weird. I knew it. Confirmed. Wearing Ghost in the Machine shirt. Oh, that's cool, Pesky Citizen. Did you get that like at a store, like physically, or on like an online shop or a convention? Oh my gosh. I think it depends on who you're going up to, Isaiah. You gotta see the warning signs. But I do think that like social awkwardness has definitely inclined. Inclined? Yeah. It's become more prevalent. I'm gonna use a bit of a denser brush right here. Oh my goodness, excuse me. My tablet decided to scream. You know, when I first like saw the name Baked Alaska, I thought that it was like a food, like a recipe for making Baked Alaska. I was like, wait, why would you call yourself that? That's like me calling myself banana bread. It's like, what? I was a bit confused. The usernames that we choose for ourselves. Like I went with this one because I used to be called Euphoria with 2 eyes in it. But I started getting people started confusing me with the awful TV show about degenerate teenagers, and so I shortened it. I shortened it and I put a little in front of it. So, right, that's the first thing that I thought of too, Spank, when I first saw the username. I was like, so are you a flaming dessert? Like, you don't sound like a sweet person. I'm not trying to hit it, you just can't. You're right, it's like, and it's that misinterpreted social interaction. So, it's very much like how Henry Cavill was having that same issue. Just like he's, like, you know, having a hard time just, you know, like finding just a regular chick to date, because all of them are gonna end up being like, oh my gosh, I have screenshots and you did this, and it's like, no, I did not. I'm just trying to be a cordial gentleman. So I don't know, sometimes I think that people have become like socially inept. It's like you don't know how to like respond or talk to people, or, you know, it's very much that like shut in kind of a lifestyle, or, you know, always looking for something to use against another person, which is just, I don't know. It sounds exhausting, really. I'm sorry, pesky citizen, that's funny. Oh my goodness. That is funny. When people I hate say he's taken, when I talk to them, and I just say okay. You know, I met a chick like that at the train station when I was my ride back home was canceled in Sacramento because there was a car in a you know, a train. It was connected to the train that caught on fire because of a bunch of lithium ion batteries, and my entire trip was canceled going back home. And so I, you know, called up Wolf and told him what happened, and he started driving down to come and save me. And I had met a chick down there that was the same thing. You know, she was very much like, I don't know if it's the exact same thing, but in order for guys to stop like hitting on her, she ended up just saying she was a lesbian. I'm just like, hey, if it works for you. So, and lo and behold, there was like a homeless guy that was trying to like follow her, and so she was all like, can't you say that I'm not into guys? Oh my gosh. So buy him a snack and talk about aliens. Hey, I mean, like, if that's what is like an icebreaker, if that's what's an icebreaker for you, and that's what works on that kind of chick, then I think that it's, you know, it's meant to be either, you know, in friendship or, you know, acquaintanceship, or, you know, something further along than that. So, because that means that she's also into aliens and having snacks. So, you know, it's like if you have hobbies too, you know, you have something to talk about, something to bond over. So again, commonalities. I'm so that guy. Just approach and be all like, hey, you. Hi. It's aggressive, the aggressive approach. Ma'am is here. Hi, ma'am. I don't know if she'll approach the camera viewing area, but she's hanging out in here now. She survived by literally bringing up how we have the same coffee cup. Hey, yo, girl, we got the same coffee cup. How are you doing? I like your coffee cup, girl. I used to have a coworker named Trevor. He was a weird dude. Really strange dude. Oh my goodness. I was like, I hear the cat. Where is she? She's like in the corner somewhere. She continues to try to get this closet door open, and it's not gonna work, ma'am. It's not gonna work. Oh my gosh, she persists. Ma'am! Come over here. We'll see if she comes over here or not. She's an independent cat. Eventually you're gonna have to give up. You can't get in the closet like that. It is impossible. You stand on the very platform that prevents you. Yeah, there's nothing in the cup. She's insane. She had a lot of outdoor time today in the sun. If she comes over here, Librarian Savage, I'll move the camera over to her. But she is insistent on getting in this closet that she has already explored several times before. Hopefully she'll give up. What in the world are you doing? No, it doesn't work that way either. You silly creature. It doesn't work that way, ma'am. Come on. Oh my gosh, this cat. Hold on a second. Come on. Come on. Come on over. Let's go. There we go. Where are you gonna go now? There she is. There's Miss Ma'am. And all my sewing stuff in the background. She just sits on the floor there sometimes. I'm just like, what are you doing? But there we go. Yes, the kitty. Is anybody a beer drinker in here? I am not the biggest fan of beer. It has to be a very particular kind of a taste. Almost like a fruity kind of a beer. I would just say cider. I'm more of a cider person. So I just find beer to be a little too bitter for me. I like fruity drinks. Bad kitty, bad kitty, yes. Whenever she tries to like insistently get into the closet, I always have things blocking it. But she continues to try to get in there. Farm Master of the Heavenly Yard. Oh, is that a Gumi song? I'm always on the hunt for new Gumi songs. She's ignoring me. I think she's upset with me. Drank a half a jar of moonshine. What kind of moonshine was it? The last time that I tried moonshine, I think it was like a peach cobbler kind of a moonshine. I wasn't the biggest fan of it because I think it was a little too strong. It was like the homemade kind. And I was like, ooh, this is too much. Oh yes, this is very much a, yeah, this is just soda, I swear. Crown Royale soda. This is my adult soda. No, for real, Yosai, I will mess you up. It's just like... If you don't have any hairs on your chest, you're gonna after that. Apple pie made straight from the homie's tub. Oh my gosh. Well, good luck. And here's to not getting too messed up. My goodness, that is good. It tastes like a lime Jolly Rancher. It's one of the Gimme Evilist Chronicle songs. Oh, gotcha. Is that the same? Is that the same series that the like Daughter of Evil and Servant of Evil is from? Because I definitely know which one you're talking about. So I'm interested in buying some scotch. Ooh. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of scotch, but if it's like... Again, if it's like a sweeter kind of it, I can have just a little bit. Just a little bit. I gotta be careful, because I'm like in between a feather and a lightweight. So, a light featherweight. A paperweight. I may have a problem. Oh my gosh. A problem of not drinking enough. My family's dog, we used to say he has a drinking problem because he would just continuously drink water all of the time. Like, whenever he is on a roll of drinking water, he won't stop. He won't stop. We have to like pull him away, be like, Boomer, you can't. You're gonna end up throwing up because you're drinking too much water all at once. Like, we get you're trying to be a good boy and hydrate, but this is too much. Well, if I have some questions regarding your health. I don't think that scotch enema is gonna be good for you. That's a one-way trip to the doctors. Excuse me, I was about to cough. Cough and speak at the same time. I'm sorry, I have to laugh because I looked over at my other screen where I have the stream avatars like zoomed in on. And I just see Wolf's avatar say, no, it's Ascotch. His Goomy character just saying it's Ascotch. I'm like, I have several questions. The first one is, why are we talking about this? Why do they make Ascotch? How is it made? Why do you like that? Daughter answered an evil, but Nemesis is the most underrated character in the series, and it hurts me. Oh my gosh, I haven't heard that one actually. I've heard obviously Daughter and Servant of Evil. That's Rin and Len. And then there's the Judge one, right? That has Kaito in it. And then the Mako one, where isn't that the one with the she's the chick that's like constantly eating everything? And I remember the Miku one and the Haku one and Regret Message. I remember that one. That one was like my favorite, is Regret Message. But I don't remember seeing the Gumi one, so I gotta check that one out after the stream. The music that I'm listening to right now is not the same that I listen to when I'm drawing offline. I listen to a lot of different Vocaloid music, or like I don't even know how I would classify this kind of music. It's very you could easily listen to this kind of music if you're playing like a first person shooter. It's very bass heavy, so hold on. Let me catch up with chat just a second. I drink 240 ounce Bud Ice. Oh my gosh, actually 2 hours on my. I ate McDonald's hot and spicy buffalo ranch chicken sandwiches. Good grief, what a day that was, Spank. Holy crap. Good Lord, Spank, are you okay? You'd have like a gastric bypass after that. Ah, okay, yeah, the Cannibal Mako song. When I first heard that one, I was all like, what in the world? What is this context? Then I saw it was connected to the Evil series, and I was like, oh, okay, this makes more sense. Like 5 months pregnant after. Well, yeah, of course, if you're gonna be consuming that much. It's gotta go somewhere. It's gonna go straight to your thighs. Oh, it only has 600 likes? Well, it's gonna have 601 after I'm done with it. I'm gonna whip out some of my alt accounts and I'll have like 5 more. Yes, Euphie has alt accounts. Strong with wheat, that's how you know it's good. Oh my goodness. You can smell the wheat on it. I think it's let's see. So, in the form of the Master of the Heavenly Yard, I think that's what it's called. I wonder if you search up like Evil series, like Vocaloid Evil series Gumi, if it'll pop up. Definitely had a knot in my stomach. Yeah, for sure. Your stomach's like, please have mercy on me. Have mercy. Well, just be careful at Varian. Don't overdo it. Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh, that's cool. Darker shadow in this little crevice. I'm gonna throw in this under chin shadow here. I wonder where Mama's still laying on the ground here. Sometimes she sneaks into the chair behind me, which I'm pretty sure she's claimed as her own chair, so. Rum or vodka? I'm gonna go with rum. So I like it mixed with some Coca-Cola or Pepsi, whichever is available. Good thing you corrected which commie you were talking about. Talking about some Japanese word for God. Jeez. Oh my gosh. That dude is sick. I think that goes without saying. Let's had some at this wedding. It's like a dessert bread cake with Kahlua rum. Ooh. I don't think I've had them, but I've seen them on a menu. I've seen them on a menu before. Because I remember that Kahlua. Yeah, it was all like... If I wasn't with some family friends from from my parents' church, I'd be like... At least I think that's where I saw them. It's a little blurry. Yeah, it sounds really good. Oh, I figured it was just for like the taste of it, but not enough to get intoxicated. You imagine you're all like, ooh, just completely drunk out of your gourd for it. Another round. It is a nighttime drink for you, Yesiah. I'm gonna change up this shadow color that I'm using. So I want a little bit of a cooler tone. Over here. What is going on with your roommate, Lefarian? Now, Honey Bun listens to, as far as I'm aware, Honey Bun listens to Vocaloid music like I do. And like Jay does. And sometimes Wolf too. It makes me so happy that like we're getting like fresh Vocaloid songs. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's never gonna die. It'll never die. And like the voice banks just keep getting better and better each year. Flavored rum? What? Like, I can understand if it's like spiced rum, like the Kraken kind of a rum. Like, what kind of flavor? What kind of flavored rum? Like, is it like gross? to many different kinds of music. And see, I think that's good. Good variety. Coconut. Oh. I'm already not a big fan of coconut. Ugh. No. No. I pass on that. No. Oh. Like if you don't put your seed mouth will live till tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Drinking right now because it's all I can afford right now at the moment. Mood, Josiah. While I was at the store today, I was contemplating like maybe I should get some Riesling. And the only like decent kind of Riesling that they had there was Barefoot, and I was just like, at least it's Riesling and it's $10, but I didn't end up getting it. I was like, I have a shopping list. I have to stick to my shopping list. So. As opposed to the foot. Bare booty. Oh my gosh. Hello, Horsey Obsessed. Good to see you again. Oh, it's all good. I understand. But we're just glad to have you here. I have my commissions open, Wolf. Here, look, I'll even post the thing. There. That sounds like a plan, Josiah. Horsepower. I'm sorry, I thought that was on purpose, Spank. We've got nicknames. Oh my goodness. Me too, honey bun. I was all like, I mean, that fits. It fits. start a piece of art and keep adding to it and end up with a weird art piece that has no reason behind it. Yeah, it's happened a couple of times. Yeah. It really happens when like I haven't done any kind of like a rough draft sketch, and it kind of gets away from me. That's why it's a smart idea to do a very rough draft of where you want certain things in the final art piece to be placed. Or do a thumbnail, right? I do have a lot of painting spank. I just gotta figure out like when that we have like the farmers market, we have like flea market stuff. I think they're on Saturdays. I have to check the online groups. But yeah, that would be a good idea. Like local sales. I'm just gonna have Wolf be the one to price them all out, because I'm just like, I just make this stuff. I'm terrible at selling it myself. But I think that's probably true for a lot of artists. Maybe some people would buy your music, buy your albums. I did. I bought Wolf's music. I could just be doodling my piece of paper turns into broken hearts, the beach, the flowers. Oh my gosh. Just a conglomerate of many different ideas. Step in, buying a big easel and canvas and oil paint, do some paintings. Oh yeah. Getting in that art groove. To buy several canvases and oil paint. Just feel like I'm feeling to turn into Bob Ross. You gotta have some little animal friends. Have some human friends named friends, not really friends, because they screwed him over in the end. The Kowalskis. You gotta have your own version of the Kowalskis. Oh man. It still pisses me off. It still makes me mad. I'm just like, why do people gotta be like that? nurses in the hospital, see if they want to buy some. Yeah. What, ma'am? Do you agree with that notion? Yeah? Little bean? What are you staring at me for? What? Yeah? The cat is demanding attention from me. Such a silly cat. There's some kind of picture painting or something in the doctor's office waiting. Yeah. Yeah. I have been in a couple of doctor's offices where it's like, this artwork is very strange. Where in the world did you find this thing? She's, oh my gosh. You can see like the top of her head moving there. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Huh? Meow. I think she wants to get up on my lap here. Hold on. Hold on. What is it, Miss Ma'am? Taking a little bit of an art break here. You want to come up here? Hmm? It's ma'am time. Here, I'm gonna move this over. I think she just wanted to be up here for a second. Me too, honey bun. I get that same feeling whenever it turns on in the car. That's my water bean. That's not for you. Take a section of painting around a person, ask them if they like something in particular, and you can paint it. Oh, like a still life kind of a thing? Where are you going? Where are you going? Yeah. She wants to walk all over my desk. She's like, this is my chair now. A gluten? He's a gluten? Yes, Bean. There you go. There you go, Bean. Okay. I need to wash my hands really quick because there's cat fur all over my hands now. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm back already. She started following me into the bathroom. I was all like, what are you doing? Okay, I can move this back over here now. Finish the general sleeves, Baldero, unless I decide to add a rim. Oh, nice. Some progress being made. You know, I have seen other painters do that, Spank. I think that was actually Bob Ross that did that. Because the paintings that he makes in the shows are not the first ones. There's always a copy of it. Where he's painting the copy. My next OC. Ooh, exciting. Exciting, Isaiah. We need to sell him the paintings. Yes. And I wonder if, like, because there are people in this area that like anime and manga art too. So I wonder if, like, doing live drawings of that would be good. Or like prints of like specific characters or something. Or like different areas of the area that we're in. Different areas of the area we're in. Different locations, like a certain park or like certain landscapes maybe. Alrighty, Jada's Art, have a wonderful time getting some more paint and some ribbon. Hope to see you again next time or whenever you're available. And stay safe out there. I'm gonna put some light dots in here because I feel like it needs that. Her eyes are looking a little dull. You can come up with paint take to them see. Don't be Bob Ross quality either, right? Like again, like I've seen some pieces in like restaurants or like you know, like dentist offices and stuff, where it very much fits the color scheme inside of those areas. So yeah, and like I used to do a lot of still life paintings when I was in high school because like it was a like art class assignments. So, but it gave me that like artist's eye that people are talking about sometimes. But it's been a little while. Story behind the picture at the diner or doctor's office. Right, yeah. At least I have a story out of it. Some socializing. Be like, while I'm here, let me order some crab rangoons. Oh, that would be a fun painting, of just painting a still life of crab rangoons. A very a very Renaissance painting. Renaissance style painting of crab rangoons. Make it like really like overly detailed and like anime food. How it looks so good. My goodness. I don't know if that's the same one that I was thinking of, honey bun, but the brain does strange things sometimes. My goodness, if I can speak. It reminds me of I can't remember entirely what it is, but it's like I like to eat the ooples and banunus where you swap around the vowels. It reminds me of that. To like a pediatrician obviously there's bright warm flowers, bright tractor painting. Yeah, the doctor, although they do have toys, and it is like an atmosphere building kind of a thing. Again, like calming color palettes, like still lifes, different things to, you know, to calm the mind. Like a lot of interrogation rooms, they have very, I don't know. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, depending on, you know, the interior design of it. But sometimes they have very calming colors to relax the person that's about to be, you know, interrogated. Starts playing into some color theory. Yes, very specific cookies. Apparently Milk's favorite cookie. But you know, if you set it on fire, it doesn't melt. Apparently. If that video wasn't a ruse. There's a video of a person that has like a torch. Yeah, there's a video that is of someone, they have an Oreo out, and they put a torch to it, and it doesn't melt at all. Yeah. So that's that bioengineered food product they're talking about. But put it in a glass of milk, disintegrates. You don't provide the product, Spank. You simply put the idea into our heads. Peanut butter Nicot crackers? I think I know which ones you're talking about. I'm not for sure though. Whenever you're happy for once. Yeah, sometimes. I try to distract myself. I find like an upbeat song or something to pass the time. Or like I'll watch somebody's like video essay about something. Like right now, oh gosh, I've got like 20 minutes left in this video that I have paused because I was watching it before the show, and it's someone who built an entirely self-serve display for an anime convention. And so they're talking about like how they built it up and how the con went and everything. And I'm just kind of like looking at all of the other artists and the different stuff at the con. So living vicariously through the video. But like whenever there's a lull in my creativity and I want to be inspired or, you know, just change the way that I feel about something, I hit the refresh button on the Google, the YouTube homepage. So usually something pops up and it distracts me from those negative feelings. Or I'll play my rhythm game or something. 4 packs of the crackers and dump them in the bowl of milk and enjoy. Oh my goodness. It's like a cereal. But at first I read crackers as cigarettes. I don't know why I read that as cigarettes. It's like, why are you dumping cigarettes into a bowl of milk? That's the true adult cereal. 24 crackers is not hard to eat. 6x4 for sure. Just unhinge your jaw like a snake and scarf them all down. Yes, the standard number for a pack. Pack of cold ones. Pack of crackers. It's almost like there's a little bit of a pattern here. And some more shadow up here. You can see that. I'm gonna plot out where my other shadows are gonna go here. Do a little wrap around. And this one's gonna extend out to here. Okay, in here, this little crevice, this needs to be colored in. And then that needs to be colored in again. This ear, it's a little, I think the shading is just a little bit off. It's a little more from the side there. And I wonder, Yasai, if it's like a defense mechanism, maybe. You know, like how our brains will more often than not remember like negative things as like a defense mechanism. Like, this hurt you in the past, so to avoid it happening again, the brain remembers it more, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, it is weird. So, oh my goodness, okay, real talk, I had that same thought like a couple nights ago. So I think it's also a good reminder to use your time wisely, you know, and make the connections that you can, and try to impact people's lives in a positive way, you know, or at least like a transformative way, you know, and also then, you know, learning from other people too. Because you're right, our time here on this rock is temporary. Yes, we're all very slowly becoming deceased. I have to laugh the sadness away. My brain is like, don't cry, don't get sad, just make jokes, just all the time. Everything's just a joke. And after the stream ends, I'm like, what am I doing? What have I done with my life? The existential thoughts creep in. I'm just gonna eat my mic here. Yeah, I think it's like a stress relief thing. The brain doesn't know how else to respond, it just laughs. hatches in a pot plant to produce seeds. Watch it end up being a... Someone ends up accidentally planting a female plant. And people end up like... they end up making pre-rolls out of your essence. Expect until it hits you and then what? Right? Yep. So it's important to know where you came from. So you can make it on back. That's the other part of, like, you know, when I have those kind of thoughts, I remind myself that there's gonna end up being people that I see on the other side. So, sucking the tears. Sucking the tears. Spank's gonna live on forever. Spank is going to become immortal within the pot plant. Yeah, and you know, I think you can use that regret, that like that wishing that you could do something different to impact the people that you do have those connections with still, you know. It's that using the time that you've still got in a way that you're not going to regret it. No regrets. No regrets. But yeah. And you know, maybe those connections that you wish that you would have been able to say those things to, maybe that's used as a reminder for the people that you are able to socialize and connect with. I like to think there's always a reason why we feel the things that we do. There's always a deeper purpose for it. So, see, first we were talking about like alcohol, now we're getting all deep. I think some of you may have drank a little too fast. To say my pops, maybe I wouldn't be as hurt as I am now, but at the same time, his time is coming. Yeah, and if it was meant to be in that way, it was meant to be in that way. And I think as long as you did what you felt was right and you did what you were able to do, I think that's, I don't think it's fair to put that kind of pressure on yourself, because ultimately it's all done for a reason. There's always a reason behind it. So whether or not we're aware of it or not. So how I move could be oh my goodness, that could be taken in a bunch of different ways. Spank. Oh man, that movie could go in a bunch of different directions. Like, I know it's not the same as far as like making connections with people and helping them out and being there for them. But there are certain like art pieces that I wish that sometimes I wish I could go back and be like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do that, or like start it differently. But it's again that like learning curve, that learning, part of it. So I guess that would also be true with, how we connect with people and what we do for them. To have the memories of, like, well, I could have done better for this person. So the people that I'm currently around, I'm going to do that for them, You gotta have some grace for yourself. You gotta learn to forgive yourself and allow for these, the connections that you do have to be made better by the ones that you had before. So, oh, it's all good, honey bun. We're being honest. We're being open right now. We're being deep. I'm 14. This is deep. Right. Yeah. I mean, I think back on it now that it's just like because my oh my gosh, sucking the tears. So recently my grandma had passed away, and everybody in my family knew that it was happening, and I had sent her a text and everything, but she hadn't responded because she wasn't able to respond. She was barely responding to my parents when they visited her. But I remember that, like, she always wanted like a piece of artwork from me, and I don't have any issue with being, again, like, open and honest that she wasn't the absolute best mother figure for my dad, and she wasn't the best grandma for me and my brothers, but she was still present, and I have to appreciate her for that, and the birth dates that she took me on, because that was the first time that I had ever gotten my hair dyed, even though it was like at the mall and stuff. It was a good memory. It was a good core memory. But I never took the time to make her artwork. And so I think about, like, the people that I do have those connections with now, and I do have that, regret to, like, I never made her artwork in that way, but I know that if I don't make artwork for the people that are still around, that I still have, those connections with, that regret is going to keep on growing and growing. So when my mom asks for, some artwork of, of our family, with Wolf included in the picture, I make sure to make that a priority, and there's artwork that I want to make for Carol, and for Marksman, and I've made artwork for Kit Kat, but, like, it's again like this. If you have the ability, if you have the talents and the skill, the gifts that God gave you, there's a reason why you have those. You're able to bless other people's lives like that. So, sucking the tears. So, but yeah, I think to dwell in the negative feelings, there's a reflection that could happen, that could come from those negative feelings. Turn them into a positive. Not to dismiss them or anything. It's never a dismissal. It's always a reflection. Welcome. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Welcome to my TED Talk. Thanks for coming. But it's my brain trying to relieve the stress or the deep existential thoughts. So. Right, and oh, sorry, I was responding to Honey Bun. I think, yeah. Because there are times where I have those same thoughts. I have to remind myself it's very much a fleeting feeling. There's and this is gonna get again kind of dark. So if you don't want to hear dark things, just mute me. But when I was in middle school and all throughout high school, and even like, like several years after high school, I very much had an addiction to self-harm. And I still have scars on my arm from it. And I can't remember the specific feelings and the specific thoughts for why I did those, why I made those wounds on myself. But the markings, until they eventually fade, are there permanently. And it makes me think about those thoughts of like, just, end it all. Because they're very fleeting. Tomorrow, you might not feel that way at all. Tomorrow might be a better day, or even an hour from now. Someone could call you up or text you and say like, hey, you want to hang out? Do you want to work on this art piece together? Do you want to, create a song together? Or, can I just, call you and talk to you about stuff? And things can always change. So I just think about that. My parents no one family to talk to, relate to, and trash talk and joke around with. Right. Yeah. I think those memories are good to have, though, to appreciate what was around and what isn't anymore. But right, and being happy that he was there. Yeah. You're all right, Josiah. You're all right. It's good to be honest about stuff, The hug box toxic positivity kind of stuff, it's kind of dehumanizing after a while, like we're human beings. We have real human emotions, and sometimes they're really heavy, and they're difficult to talk about sometimes. So to be able to be open and honest and talk about them, even if through text is good to get it out of your not necessarily out of your system, but like to show other people what you're feeling, So they know where you're at, you know? But yeah, it is also it's a very reassuring thing to, you know, to be a believer and to know that all of these loved ones that have gone are in a better place, you know? Right, exactly, honey bun. You know, let my story be proof of that again, I mean, heck, my very first tattoo that I got it when I was 18, and it's used as a reminder that these things are, the marking lasts longer than the feeling does. And after the feeling is gone, the marking is still going to remain. And you might have regrets about making the marking at all. So, like the one that the tattoo is completely covering up, I have no idea what happened that day to make me do that. And I wish that I hadn't. Honestly, I wish that I would have made an art piece about it. Or written a song about it, or like made an OC and had, you know, their story be, you know, exactly, you know, that feeling, you know. Add like a chapter into their lore that like they did some like, you know, macabre, grotesque thing instead of doing it to myself. So turning it into like a creative kind of a venting thing, I think is better. So, oh my gosh, there's a star on the screen. Yeah, I'm gonna put some more in there, whole bunch of them. So oh my gosh, Strawman's got he's got gold for the bomb. Oh my goodness, that worked in your favor. What in the world? How did you get so many? He got a whole bunch. Wow. You missed some deep talks, Spank. Some deep talks. Immensely, and I just kept harboring it inside because no one would understand my pain. And I feel like that's an isolating kind of a thought train. I don't know if that's the right term for it, but I think you did snag all of them, Strawman. Yes, you did. It is your lucky day. Got like 30 gold from that. That is crazy. But just remember that the enemy is always trying to isolate. He's always trying to divide us and make us feel like we're islands. And I have to remind myself of that too. You know, like no one would understand, you know, how this feels, you know, to be in my shoes. But again, it's an isolating thought. The devil, Strawman, the devil. Gonna dump chili into the rice. Oh my goodness. Wait, hold on. I just dumped my fried Chinese rice and pan. Oh my gosh. That sounds so good, Spank. And I still have the rest of my burrito to eat. I'm just like, oh my gosh. My eyes are bigger than my stomach. now I'm talking to people who are in the body of Christ. At least I have that. Right, exactly. And it's important to make those good connections with people, you know, that remind you that you're not an island. I think that's actually a song. No Man is an Island. Someone rather than alone. Right, exactly. It's always good to talk with people and let them know where you're at and being honest with them. Because if something ends up happening to you and people don't know what was going on, then it's this feeling of not being truly known. So to write a whole thing on how we feel the world works from a biblical view. Oh, interesting. People, but that time I did it myself, right? Yeah. And sometimes that happens. We fall into that kind of an isolation state. I think the heart and the soul ends up crying out for some sort of a connection. So that would be one time, but I don't go drink to forget about the pain, but I drink to have some fun. And that's a good mindset to have, that you're not drinking to like mask the pain, you know, and it's not to it like in excess either, right? Because then you end up getting hurt, either, you know, from directly doing something dumb, or you know, you're hurting your liver in that way. So, but yeah, you know, and using it as a way to have, you know, fun and to let loose a little bit, you know. Sorry, the rest of the shading is taking forever, but I'm being methodical with it. I'm taking my time. I do want to add a little highlight for too long though. Right, definitely spank. I would agree with that. Or doing something like productive or creative with those feelings. There's a lot of good like, not necessarily like a breakup song, but like, you know, like a song of like feeling very, you know, down on your luck, or, you know, regretful, or what's the other word I'm looking for? Melancholy. Like very melancholy kind of a feeling. Some really good songs are built from those very raw feelings. And in tune of that, when other people hear that music or see that artwork, they're able to relate with it. They're able to connect and also not feel so alone. So right, Josiah. You don't want to lose control. You don't want to lose control. Still want to be, you know, still want to be in control of your bodily functions. We're all just living someone else's best life. Existential thoughts. It's like the oh gosh, I only reference this because it was a current anime, a current manga that I keep seeing pop up is Oshinoko, where the two people in the hospital, or there's a girl that she's in the hospital, and then like her doctor or something. They both end up passing away, and then they're reincarnated as this idol's kids. They're living this other life. But my goodness, that is... I haven't watched it, I haven't read it, but I've seen other people reviewing it, and man, that is a messed up series. It is messed up. So, yeah, this whole, like, revenge murder plot thing that gets totally derailed, and I'm just like, what? What do you mean? I keep seeing it on the shelves at the store, and I'm just all like, what? They will make a manga about anything. But that just goes to show the creative prowess of Eastern cultures. That time I was reincarnated as a snail. I bet you there's something out there like that. John might have seen this starting to look like a Beach Boy. Oh my gosh. Again, if you've got a particular skill, particular talent, there's a great power that you possess. Sometimes talking to a good friend can help a person, but they have to be genuine and offer the right response. Right, exactly. And that's important to say, Spang, because there's some people that want to lead you down the wrong path, you know, because they're also on the wrong path, and misery loves company. So, but yeah, just having that radar on you to know who's a good person, who's trying to actually help you and not just help themselves. So the fridge is how we save, and that's why we randomly do it. Yes. Or whenever you walk into a room and forget why you went in there, it's the map refreshing, or it's like the little loading circle at the very bottom of the screen. You've entered into a new chapter and forgot what the objective was of the previous one. That's a good way to think of it. But the one about the guy reincarnated as a vending machine. What in the world? They actually have that? Oh my goodness. People inserting bills into the dude. The anime name is more than 3 words. I'm not watching it. In this corner of the world. That's 6. That's double you ain't watching it. Actually, it's a really good movie. But I'm turned up back again. I'm still I'm on my guard. That's the inhibitions being dropped. But yes, we Wolf and I know somebody that recently she drank a little too much and was a silly Billy in front of the cops, and she ended up getting arrested. So just everything in moderation, man. Everything in moderation. Yes, just the youngins. Just the youngins problem. There's this like old dude on the side of the corner, like the corner of the sidewalk, going like, I don't know where my house is. Oh, or the video of the guy that he was drunk on his horse. And the horse he knows the way. The horse knows the way. He got pulled over. He is a vending machine in a fantasy setting. He likes sell guns. Oh my goodness. Yes, Strawman, it's exactly who you're thinking of. Yes. Yes, Miss Goblin herself. I think this needs to be a little stronger. And then I need to dial that back. Dial that back. But okay, so I'm going back to the fancy vending machine that sells that sells firearms. That's got to be interesting for the townsfolk to see. It's a vending machine, so like you have to explain to them like what this device is, this box with items inside of it. And depending on the types of firearms in there, you might also have to explain parts of that too. Like you see this little sight right here and this laser there. It's like, yeah, they're all like, what is this sorcery, this magic? Alright. Not entirely done with the shading on this, but I do want to get to a nice spot. No idea. Also sells like healing potions and converts coins to XP for himself. Oh, gotcha. Well, that makes sense. He's getting coin. Let's check this thing out. Oh, I've seen that one in a like scrolling through a bunch of different anime. I've seen that one. Now I wander the dungeon. Oh my gosh, the gigantic eyes on this vending machine. Why is there an anthropomorphic bear? I guess that shouldn't be such a strange question. I mean, there's a vending machine right in front of him. Oh my goodness. They truly will make an anime about anything. Anime. Sharp visionary quarters or granted. Hey officer, how are you doing today? Please don't ask me to recite the alphabet backwards because I can't even do that sober. I don't think he's a vending machine that can talk. Wait, what? Don't tell me this is a verbal vending machine. Because I'm not even, I wouldn't even be shocked. I wouldn't even be surprised. I'd be like, no, that's sure, that tracks. Why not? I'm sorry. I'm just like, please say psych. Please say you're joking. I'm like, I have many questions about how that would be even physically possible. Bear gets stuck, like, oh. Oh my gosh. In the slot. Jeez, that's terrible. Oh no. Cursed. Cursed anime. One does not question the vending machine anime. Thank you, Spank. Oh my goodness, what a stream it has been. The big eyes, he looks like an arcade game. No, for real, Josiah, for real. That's why I was like, this is ridiculous. We are truly pushing like the bounds of ridiculousness in anime. Imagine someone doing a cosplay of that. It would have to be like some lighter material, because I can't imagine like a legitimate actual like hollowed out vending machine with like a fake front with, you know, like products inside of it, just walking around the convention hall just has this gigantic vending machine with huge eyes on it. As I speak, someone's probably building that thing. I'm not even shocked. I'm not even shocked. The amount of strangeness that it is Honey Bun. I'm just like, oh my goodness. We really do have an anime for everything. And it's only gonna get weirder as time goes on. No way, is it actually super popular? What in the world? Where? Like, where in the world is that popular? That's crazy. Oh, go for it, yeah. I'm intrigued. Like that, like that is just, it takes the image of Mr. Adolf and just totally ridiculifies it. Ridiculifies it? I don't know what the word I'm trying to say is. It makes it absolutely ridiculous. But there is no way it could ever be taken seriously. At least I can't imagine it would be taken seriously. Oh, that one. Saga of Tanya the Evil. That one. Okay. I know that one. I haven't seen it. I have seen many pictures and many screenshots. If that doesn't have an abridged version, it should. Oh my gosh. I was thinking that you were talking about like a Madoka Magica kind of a version. Where it's all like pink and like saturated and like very girly inside. I was like, there's no way. Oh my goodness. That's one way to get some looks if you cosplay that at the convention. People are gonna look at you like, huh. Oh yes. Yes, Wolf has told me many things about Lane. And a little bit of a shadow here. And a little highlight reflective light there. And I think I'm gonna save this. I don't think I've saved it all. People hate me because it was played to fill airtime on. Oh, wow. Wow. Well, then for sure, yeah, that would definitely be, it's like, especially for a lot of young people, that would be like a core memory kind of a show. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that being a good, like, distraction. So for people that have seen that. So. You were a seasoned old man at that time. Okay, guys. It is now midnight for me. I'm either gonna continue this piece tomorrow or I'll do something different, but we'll see. We'll see tomorrow what I do. I think I am gonna probably soften up the inner colors of the upper eyelashes here. Probably add some more emphasis. Oh yeah, I need to do some more shading on the shirt and the necklace, even the earrings too. So I'll save that for tomorrow. Alrighty, I'm going to show y'all the door now. There's the door. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, everybody. I've had a blast. I always enjoy hanging out with you guys while I make some artwork. Thank you, Saya. I had some doubts before the colors and the shading came into it. I was like, I don't know, man, this is kind of looking a little dorky, but as it progresses, as I work on it more, I'm liking the way that it's looking. So yeah. Oh, thank you very much, honey bun. Jesus loves you all as well. Okay, I know that the Streamlabs ended up sending out my usual links before the show ended, but yes, good night, Spank. Good night, everybody. If you want to see some more of my artwork in a bigger, blown up way, you can always check my gallery. You guys can follow me on the Twitter if you'd like to. Sometimes I post funny stuff on people's or I comment funny stuff on people's posts. So you can always follow me there. And then I always post a work in progress picture of whatever I've drawn on the stream. So if you end up missing one of my streams and you want to see what it is that I worked on, you can always check that, or you can check the community posts that I have on my channel here. I have a link tree if you want to check out my links. You can go ahead and do that. You're very welcome, Yesaya. Have a very wonderful night. I was getting all tongue twisted. And then my commissions, of course, are always open. You guys can check those out if you feel inclined to do so. I'm going to be heading on out. Yes, may the manatee and penguin of dreams give you many quests. And may... Well, Ma'am's not in here right now, but may she protect you from nightmares as well. So. Oh, Spank's getting in a heist really quick. Oh, and the water reminder, yes. Make sure that you guys hydrate. We can't be having dehydrated people in this stream. Alrighty. I'll be back on tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Pacific. Have some more artwork planned up for you guys. And until then, stay creative, stay vibing, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye!